There was a moment so subtle that only the most attentive would notice when everything changed across the multiverse. Stars kept burning, planets turned as usual. On the surface, it seemed that nothing had shifted at all. But beneath the veneer of reality, an infinite number of timelines bent and refracted, each one quietly rewriting itself, each one now subject to the singular will of Kang the Conqueror. His real name, Nathaniel Richards, had long been lost to time, buried beneath the countless incarnations of himself. Ramatat, Immortus, Iron Lad, and still more. He wore many faces, but it was the mind, sharp and unrelenting, that truly set him apart. He had spent centuries, no millennia, chasing a singular goal: control. Not just over one timeline, but over all timelines. With a technology that outstripped even the wildest dreams of those who called themselves gods, Kang found his opportunity in what others dismissed as chaos: the multiverse. Countless universes, infinite possibilities. Too complicated for any one power to control, or so the wise believed. Kang proved them wrong. His victory, when it came, was not a clash of armies or a single act of violence. It was a quiet turning of gears. A carefully architected sequence of betrayals, machinations, alliances folded and refolded into new shapes. At first, a few universes vanished from the board, erased before anyone noticed they were missing. Then the big ones fell: Earth 616, the mainline world with its champions; Universe X, that grim reflection; the robust world of the Ultimates; even the timeline where peace had reigned so long nobody remembered violence. By the time the surviving universes realized what was happening, Kang's shadow had already fallen across their skies. And so it was that, in the span of a cosmic second, the fabrics of infinite existence stitched themselves into a single tapestry, with Kang as the one holding the loom. At first, most people didn't notice. Their lives continued as before. The average citizen of New York or Paris or the Kree Empire woke up, had breakfast, argued, loved. But gradually, things changed. Sometimes it was small. You'd catch a flash in your memory. Wasn't yesterday different? Did you have a sibling before? Maybe not. Then came the edicts. Some worlds heard them as royal proclamations, others as corporate mandates, others as the unbroken silence of a world that simply obeyed. Kang's variants, dozens of them, each ruling in their own style but united in purpose, brought order. And order to Kang meant certainty. No more cosmic dice rolls. Heroes who once thrived on chance found themselves subtly curbed. Every Spider-Person's web had an endpoint. Every mutant's power came with new, faintly limiting rules. Apocalypse would rise, but only within carefully prescribed parameters. Thanos, in some realities, found the stone simply out of reach, his great quest for balance neutralized before it began. On other worlds, Reed Richards and Dr. Doom would join in an uncharacteristic ceasefire, compelled by timelines they no longer understood. Under Kang's multiversal law, chaos became rare, and whenever it emerged, it was swiftly excised. You might think this brought peace, and in some ways you'd be right. War dimmed. Suffering lessened. Political leaders, forced into docility by temporal manipulation, agreed on treaties they would never have managed on their own. Hunger and poverty became statistical anomalies, quietly erased from the data. Utopia, ordered and single-minded. But there was a price. Free will, that universal constant, was bent, if not broken. Choices narrowed imperceptibly, subtle pruning of the branches of destiny. Artists found their work growing more predictable. Revolutionaries, their flames mysteriously quelled before they could ignite. Strange déjà vu infected dreams, as if everyone's fate was being written by one unerring hand. Of course, resistance always exists, even across the vast expanse of Kang's dominion. Somewhere, a version of Loki, perhaps, learned to mask his thoughts from Kang's detection. Somewhere else, a Captain Carter remembered a time before universal taxation. Small sparks, hidden, prepared for a day when uncertainty might return. Meanwhile, Kang walked the corridors of the Null Citadel, overseeing an empire of empires. From there, he watched, and calculated, and adjusted. Once, he had believed that ultimate power would bring him fulfillment, an end to wandering, an answer to loneliness. But as years stretched on without challenge, he found only silence. The multiverse, living but tamed, no longer surprised him. Still, for Kang, this was victory. To be at the center, unmoved as reality danced to his tune, was reason enough. Even if, in shaping all that is, he discovered that the greatest prize, true unpredictability, would always elude his grasp. And so the multiverse endures, perfect, polished, still. Ruled by Kang, not with fire but with quiet certainty. Every story that ever might be unfolding exactly as he had planned.